Welcome! Happy New Year!
Yes, welcome to summer sessions.
We're back. We're back.
Everything's good in summer, isn't it?
It is.
We've missed you guys, honestly.
Yeah, it's been a good break.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Done some stuff.
Yep. Got a bit of a
But, you know,
tan.
we're
you know.
here. We're here again. And it's a new year. New year, new you.
Yes. Did you make any New Year's resolutions this year?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I would like to surf in the barrel of a wave.
I mean,
That's
isn't
my
that something
resolution.
you do regularly anyway?
No, not in a barrel.
Oh, not in a
it's
barrel.
like next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't know a lot about
Whether it
surfing.
be successfully or unsuccessfully, I would like to get inside one.
To be honest, I honestly thought every surfer always surfed in the barrel of a wave. Is that not a thing?
No, it is an
Is that like
advanced thing.
All right, okay,
and
cool.
I'm not quite there yet.
Okay.
That's why it's a goal.
I like it. Well done.
Yeah, we'll see. What about you?
No, I have no idea. I just didn't.
Join me.
I never make them. I would die. Maybe I'll lie on the beach reading a good book while you surf in the barrel of the wave.
I'm
and I'll
actually
cheer
for
you
that.
on from
Let's
the
do
shore.
it.
Yeah,
Done.
I'll be a cheerleader.
All right, deal.
Great. Done. Feel free to put in the comments if you've got any quality New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, we'd love to hear that.
Yeah,
Actually.
we'll cheer you on too. It'll be great.
Is it still impressive if you make a New Year's resolution that you never get? It's like my New Year's resolution is to climb to the top of Mount Everest. It's like not gonna happen, but like
I have no intention.
It's impressive.
Oh no. Well, yeah.
It is impressive.
In that case, that is my New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb. Do you know what? Top of Everest, and then I'm gonna swim to like the bottom of the deepest.
I think you should
That's my New Year's resolution.
get to the top of Everest.
Yeah.
And then do that, you know,
Like a
the
swan
wingsuit.
dive? Oh yeah.
Off.
I'll do that for
All the
sure.
way.
Yeah. That's my New Year's
Yeah.
resolution. It'll be great.
Great.
Watch this space.
Now, normally after we say hello, we would list off like 100 different ways for you to connect in. But look, it's a slow start to the year as usual. There's not
Everyone's
actually a huge amount of stuff going on, but the things that are going on
Yeah.
are quality.
Yes. Now we've got
Quality.
only the 10 a.m.
Yep.
in-person service at church at the moment, just for January.
If you want to come say hi, 10
Do you know
a.m.
what? 10 a.m. Perfect time.
It is.
Have a sleep in, come and have a coffee,
Yep.
have your church, and then you can go have lunch.
Perfect timing for lunch, perfect timing for breakfast.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
We'd love to see you there.
Yeah. We do have life groups generally.
Yes.
But they're starting in
Back in
February.
Feb. Yep.
So
Which is
it's
not
a
long.
little bit of a break,
Yeah,
a little bit of time. You know, you can still get, coffees and lunches with
that is
your
true.
crew, but
Yeah, you can do your own unofficial life groups
you
for
can.
sure. Do what you
can
like.
still see other people.
Yes, you are allowed to socialise in January, just not in an official capacity.
Yeah. And maybe like the top of the list. The top of
Yeah, the peak
the
of
peak
everything.
of January.
Yes.
The best thing happening in January, biasly,
Ever and forever.
is
Camp No
Camp No
Fear!
Fear. Woo! Let's go. Let's have a look at this video. Check it out.
This is why we're here. Bad place, louder, smiles all around. Games all day, vibes all night. This is why we're here. We're here. Camp No Fear. God's so near. We are changed every single year. Camp No Fear. Camp No Fear.
Oh, that's just getting me excited for
Amped,
camp.
amped.
Oh, I can't
Ready
wait.
to
If that wasn't enough of an inspiration to send the teenagers in your world, can I just add my personal? I mean, I think I've been going for 20. I think it's 20 years. It might be 20 camps. I don't know.
2 decades.
But I have been going to a lot of these every year, and every single year it gets better and better. And every single year we see like kids transform before our eyes. You know, whether they come not knowing anybody and they leave with 1,000 friends just loving life, or they come feeling so anxious that they don't even know if they can get on the bus, and then by the end they're in the mosh pit with everyone and having the best time.
Yeah.
There's something magic and incredible that happens over camp. I mean, and that's the Holy Spirit.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's, you know, whether you have faith or not, everyone can
Yeah.
belong, everyone can come and enjoy themselves.
It's so good.
It's just the best thing ever. So I highly, highly encourage you, if you have a teenager in your world in some way, shape or form, get them to camp. You will not regret it.
Oh yeah.
And if finance is an issue with that, if you're going, oh, I'd love to, but I just can't afford it,
Yeah.
please do not let that be a
They
barrier.
don't have to be.
We have amazing people in this church who sponsor specifically. They give money just so that
Yeah.
finance won't be a barrier for
Yep.
young people to get to camp. So please contact us if that is an
Absolutely.
issue.
We've got the spots.
We've got the
Got the
spots.
spots. We just need you to fill the spots. And if you like are not able to come to camp, like maybe consider being one of those people that sponsors another person to be able to go. Like
Yeah.
so many youth kids are gonna have their lives changed.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, because not every person can lead on camp. It does
Yeah.
take a lot of energy and a lot of commitment.
It does.
But by praying over camp and
Yeah.
giving financially to it, you are joining the camp team and having that huge impact. So
Absolutely.
so good. Hey, speaking of prayer,
Prayer
we
wall.
also have a prayer wall.
We do have a prayer wall, and that's the perfect sort of thing to put up on the prayer wall. If you've got
Yes.
somebody that you really want to get to camp and they're not sure yet, like chuck it up on the prayer wall. Or if you're like want some prayer for camp, or if you want to celebrate a win that you can come to camp, just chuck it up there, and we'd love to join you in prayer. We'd love just the whole community to be able to see that and go like, yes, like I'm
Yeah.
praying for that. I'm praying thanks. I'm praying for that person.
Yeah, I love that.
It's cool.
For those
Cool
of you who don't
resource.
know, the prayer wall is not a physical wall. It's actually
Yes.
a
A
digital version
digital wall.
in the Gateway app. So
Should
you'll
we make a
find that
physical,
file there.
physical wall?
Let's do a physical wall
We
too.
should do
That'll
a
be
physical
fun.
wall.
All right, we'll work on that. We'll workshop that, guys.
That's definitely on the
That
back
could be a
burner.
New Year's resolution.
Oh, not mine.
I'll add it to my list. Mount Everest, hang gliding, prayer wall.
Nice. Perfect.
Got a lot to do this year.
One of the things that you could put up to celebrate on the prayer wall
Yeah.
or to pray with us as a prayer of thanks is over the Christmas break, we had 35 Christmas hampers
Yeah.
given out to those who are less fortunate this Christmas. That is just incredible.
Such a beautiful thing.
35 hampers
And
put
that's
together
just
by life
People
groups
have just,
and-
put them together.
just
brought
people's
them in.
generosity, and
Yeah.
had a massive impact on this community, people who needed it. This community and broader, people who just needed that little bit of extra something.
Yeah.
So thank you for that generosity. So that doesn't have to stop with Christmas. Like
Yes.
the season of giving can continue into this new year. Maybe that can be your New Year's resolution to start your
Yes.
giving journey or to be generous financially. There's plenty of ways that you can do that, and it goes a long way. Not just with hampers, which are a regular thing,
Yeah.
but all sorts of other things like the children's fund, camp, and everything else that goes on behind the
Oh.
scenes that helps this community find Jesus.
So true. Hey, I'm really excited for
Really
Jan. We've got the Young Communicators series coming up. So we get to hear from some of our younger people in
good.
this church, hear their wisdom. You are also in that category.
I'm in there. I'll be one of them.
Yes,
Watch
I
out.
can't wait.
I won't tell you which week. You
Oh,
just have to wait.
you just
Could
have
be
to
this
watch
week.
every week with bated breath, hoping. Is it Jacob this week? No, we're actually excited for all of the preachers. They're going to be amazing.
Oh yeah. I'm biased, but I'm really excited for this first one.
Yes. Do you want to introduce it then?
Yes. Daniel Jones.
Love him.
He's
so
going to be
great.
preaching this morning. He's going to be talking about on the faith of the disciples in the book of Matthew.
Love it.
Incredible story. And I'm super excited to hear this one. So good luck, Daniel Jones, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good morning, Gateway Church. Great to be here with you online this morning on the first Sunday of the year. I hope everyone's had a great Christmas and New Year's. I got the great opportunity to spend my first Christmas as the fiance to my incredible partner, Erin. So that was awesome. Had lots of fun with her family and my family. I know, fiance. Yes, it was lots of fun. For those that don't know me, I'm Daniel. I'm one of the leaders here at Gateway. I think if there's anything you should know about me before we get started, it's that I'm a big sports fiend. As well as being LeBron James's #1 fan, Mark would probably say I bleed red and black because I go for the Bombers too much. I just hit 19 years as a member this year, which means no, I have never been a member while Essendon has won a final. Rough, I know. But I also don't mind a bit of a debate here and there, so throwing ideas around. So if you ever want to put those together, feel free to try and convince me that Essendon still won't win a final this year. Because I wouldn't suggest it though, because just saying you will be wrong. We will win a final this year. Please. Anyway, many of you have probably seen me around in person quite a bit. But for those that I haven't met, It's great to see you here this morning. I hope what I have to say this morning can help you heading into the new year a little bit. I'm excited to share what I've been learning recently in the Bible, and particularly what it means to have the faith of a disciple. So we're going to jump into the text today, and pretty quickly, we're going to look at a couple parts that clearly show us what I think it means to have the faith of a disciple and what it might look like. So there's a bit to cover, so we're going to get straight into it. Is that okay with you? Great, awesome. Well, like all good things, we're going to start right at the beginning, and that is the beginning of Jesus' ministry, where he started to choose his disciples. Now, for a bit of context to this, the proper way to do this for any rabbi back then was essentially like the draft for any major sports league. Like, let's take the NBA, for example. They only choose the best of the best kids from the education system. You know, the kid that was at the top of all the classes, got the scholarships, destroy the competition in memorizing parts of the Bible, you know, just the best there was. You know, they probably had like the chief of the synagogue reading out, with the first pick of the discipleship draft, Pastor Rick selects Jacob Massey Chase from Gateway Youth. And then you walk up and get your Gateway shirt and Gateway hat and take a cute picture. That's probably what it was like. But the rabbis essentially would only select the brightest, most disciplined students of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if many of the people just didn't even try and just chose to work in their father's business or trade because it was easier, and that was the best next option. So with that in mind, I want to look at what Jesus did when choosing his disciples. The guy known for being countercultural. So we're going to see what that looks like for Jesus. And we can find the first time this happened was in Matthew chapter 4. So this is what it says. By Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 to 22, it says, "One day, as Jesus was walking along the shore of the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, also called Peter, and Andrew, throwing a net into the water, for they fish for a living. Jesus called out to them, 'Come follow me, and I will show you how to fish for people.' And they left their nets at once and followed him. A little further up the shore, he saw two other brothers, James and John, sitting in a boat with their father, Zebedee, repairing their nets. And he called to them too. They immediately followed him, leaving the boat and their father behind." That's it. That's all it took. Jesus took one look at them and said, "With my first pick, I select 4 high school dropouts who became fishermen." Yeah, I can work with that. Now, usually when I hear this part of the Bible, my thought instantly goes to how incredible the faith of the disciples must have been. Like, we forget they gave up their entire future and even their families, like their father, for this opportunity. I mean, the comparison I make is like, if LeBron James come up to me, the greatest of all time, and said, "If you follow me, I'll make you a star in the NBA." Now, as incredible as an opportunity as this is, that's not a chance going to happen. I couldn't give up everything for what's essentially impossible. Like, there's no way I'm going to the NBA, even with LeBron as coach. But like, the faith these guys must have had to give up everything they had, just drop their nets and walk away. But then we remember what an honor it would have been to be a disciple. Like, sure, they gave up everything, but they were becoming a disciple of a rabbi. They'd be saying, "Dad, we're going to the league. I'm playing for the Lakers in the NBA." That was like the top level there was. Becoming a disciple was a great honor, especially to someone like Jesus, who had been turning quite a few heads. So for these people that Jesus chose, I don't actually believe it took them much faith at all to follow Jesus, because they had just been given the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, they might have had to give up everything, like their families and their job, but by doing this, they gained everything and then some. They gained the opportunity of a lifetime. Jesus went on to choose another 8 disciples over the next little while. And now that Jesus had got his team of basically high school dropouts or failures to the system. Let's see how Jesus copes with their clear shortcomings and if they truly are good enough for the task at hand. So to do this, I want to look at one story in particular in chapter 8 of Matthew. It's a short story, but from what I found, it summarized the relationship between Jesus and the disciples pretty well throughout his ministry. So let's turn to chapter 8. And it says, "Then Jesus got into the boat and started across the lake with his disciples. Suddenly, a fierce storm struck the lake, with waves breaking into the boat. But Jesus was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him up, shouting, 'Lord, save us! We're going to drown!' Jesus responded, 'Why are you afraid? You have so little faith.' Then he got up and rebuked the wind and waves, and suddenly there was a great calm. The disciples were amazed. 'Who is this man?' they asked. 'Even the wind and waves obey him.'" It seems pretty obvious that Jesus had realized his disciples struggled to truly understand who he was. He went around doing miracle after miracle, and even to the day that he died, some of them still struggled to truly understand what Jesus could do. They failed countless times to trust Jesus and trust that he could do the unthinkable. Yet Jesus kept persisting with them. He still believed they were up for the task and that they would go on to tell people about who he was and what he has done for us. It's not the only time he said they had little faith. So many times throughout his ministry, "You have little faith, you have little faith, you have such little faith. Why do you not trust me?" is what he said to the disciples over and over again. So let's flip it back a bit. Now that we know how the disciples went trusting Jesus, let me ask you this. When was the last time that you struggled to believe what Jesus could do? How often do we hold ourselves back from doing what Jesus probably would have done because we're scared of what the answer might be or how that would affect us in the next week? I mean, let's get specific even. When was the last time you had a meal or offered money to a homeless person? Or offered to pray for the people you didn't really like? When did you last invite someone who you know doesn't believe in all that stuff to come to church with you? A long time ago? Maybe never? It's okay, me too. That stuff scares me. I don't want to do that sometimes. Like, what if I get hurt or they talk badly about me behind my back and think that I'm ridiculous or crazy? That's painful. I don't want that. I could look back so often and point out times I had such little faith in what God can do. Just the other week, I was at the shops buying nutrition stuff for my training for Gateway's Ride for Change event later this year. And the woman helping me was so interested in what I was training for and even told me to keep her updated on my training. I mean, she even asked what church I was a part of doing the ride. And all I can think about now is, man, I was so close to asking her to sponsor me and donate or saying something like that. But my faith in what Jesus can do was weak and I backed out. I had an old friend that I now used to work with tell me around mid last year that they wanted to come back to church one time. And of course at the time I said, yeah, of course, come. But again, my weak faith said she wouldn't actually come back. She lives a different life now. And I didn't follow her up. Oh, how short we fall from the opportunities God presents us. But when even the disciples fell short in their faith, in who Jesus was time and time again, Jesus continued to choose them to spread his message. There's a story in Matthew 17 about how the disciples couldn't perform a miracle for a young boy. And Jesus literally says to them, "You faithless and corrupt people, how long must I be with you? How long must I put up with you? I tell you the truth, if you had even the faith as small as a mustard seed, You could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Nothing would be impossible. These are Jesus' words from the Bible. Not even faith of a mustard seed they had. And for context, a mustard seed is about 1 to 2 millimeters in diameter. So it's one of the smallest seeds in the world. But there's good news because we know this story ends well. And right at the end of Matthew, Jesus says this to the disciples. I have been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Teach these new disciples to obey all the commands I have given you, and be sure of this, I am with you always, even at the end of ages. Jesus said to them, how long must I be with you? And then answers it and says, I will be with you always. Therefore go and have even the faith of a mustard seed, and you can move mountains. We do not have to be perfect to have the faith of a disciple of Jesus, because even with faith as small as a mustard seed in who Jesus is, we can make disciples of all nations. The faith of a mustard seed is all it can take. And hear me when I say this. God's not worried about how many mountains you didn't move, because he knows how many mountains you will move. God's not worried that you didn't talk to that person. He might be sad, sure, but he knows you'll try again and move that mountain. God's not worried about what you've done because he knows who you will become. I'll say that again. God's not worried about what you've done because he knows who you will become. When he looks back at the chances that we missed, it's easy to think that we're not good enough. The friend we didn't invite to church, or that time we didn't pray for our friend in need, despite their beliefs. Jesus said, I am with you always, and he never gives up. So next time we see an opportunity to tell someone about Jesus, we can be confident that with the faith of a mustard seed, the faith of a disciple, we can trust that with Jesus by our side, we can change that life and move a mountain. To have the faith of a disciple does not mean we must already be perfect and be Jesus. It's about knowing the faith that God has in us and believing that with him by our side, we can be like Jesus and have the courage to show the love he has for them. Let me pray before we worship. Hey God, thank you for the mountains that you will move and the opportunities that you give us to move those mountains. Thank you for the faith that you have in us, that we can have faith in you. I pray that we go into this year and start a new year fresh, that we can continue to build on our relationship with you and become more like you. I pray that with just the faith of a mustard seed, we can grow incredible fruit for all to bear. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Creating me a clean heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit within me. Creating me a clean heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit within me. Oh. So you can light up even the darkest parts of this heart. I give it all up for you. I give it all up so you can light up even the darkest parts of this heart. To fill it all up with you, to fill it all up with Jesus. Come and fill us up. Sing, created That's our prayer this morning. Create in me a clean heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit within me. Yes, Lord. And come and light up even the darkest parts of this heart. I give it all up for you. I give it all up so you can light up even the darkest parts of this heart. To fill it all up with you, to fill it all up with Jesus. Fill it all up, fill it all up, fill it all up with Jesus. So fill it all up, fill it all up, fill it all up with Jesus. Fill it all up, fill it all up, fill it all up with Jesus. Fill it all up, fill it all up. So come and light up, even the darkest parts of this heart. I give it all up for you. I give it all up so you can light up even the darkest parts of this heart. And fill it all up with you, to fill it all up with Jesus. Fill it all up, fill it all up, fill it all up with Jesus. Fill it all up, fill it all up, fill it all up with Jesus. So fill it all up, fill it all up, fill it all up with Jesus. Fill it all up, fill it all up, Jesus. Come on, fill us up, Lord. Come on, fill us up. Oh, have your way, Lord. Oh, Lord, holy Jesus. Yeah, yeah. So come and light up, even the darkest parts of this heart. I give it all up for you. I give it all up so you can light up even the darkest parts of this heart. To fill it all up with you, to fill it all up with Jesus. Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so kind to me. And all the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. No, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. No walls, no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. No, it chases me down, it fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. No, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God.
When I look back, I can see your hand all over my past. Even in the times I'd rather forget, I just can't believe you'd love me like that.